Always. Look at this. I'm not going to talk. And you, Buster, can I get out of here? Let me throw this away. It's probably part of the problem. Come on, should we go? Oh, yeah. Waka waka. Yeah, add to our song. Waka waka. Waka waka.
And Chad, you show the QR.
There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and pass this on over to you, Tim. I believe we are running. So welcome back. So we've got a few technical glitches on my end, but we are here and it is time for Blue Collar Crypto. So Tim, over to you.
Okay. All right. This is Tim Terosian at Blue Collar Crypto. Couple things I've noticed. I've been watching YouTube. I recommend YouTube, but try and do some critical thinking when you're watching YouTube about cryptocurrency. Now they're calling it digital ledger. There's another name for crypto, but soon the name crypto will go out of style, go out of fashion. It generally means Bitcoin. When you say crypto, it's almost interchangeable. Else, a country has adapted Bitcoin for its currency. It's the background music is provided by McDonald's. So, but yeah, so they're using El Salvador, the country, which is in Central America, is using Bitcoin as their currency. Now, why is this important? If it is important, when a country adopts another currency that's not a state-sponsored currency, like their dollar. Dollar is a state-sponsored currency. I'm sure you can use that in El Salvador, but it was created by a state. It was created by a government. Bitcoin was not created by a government. So how interesting is that? They're using a currency that was just out there, doesn't have an army behind it, doesn't have a constitution or a Federal Reserve behind it. So, yeah, Bitcoin. What other countries are going to use Bitcoin instead of the currency that they use in their home currency? Are they going to replace the peso with the Bitcoin? Interesting, but it works well as a currency. Why not? Why not use Bitcoin as a currency? You can exchange it digitally, just like any other currency. You can use it with your MasterCard or Visa pretty soon, or already MasterCard or Visa is using Bitcoin as a currency. They'll just exchange your dollars for it, or whatever currency, But what about Brazil? Are they going to use Bitcoin? What about Germany? Well, Germany is part of the euro, so I guess not. That's a different currency that they have adopted. What about Uruguay, Paraguay, Chile, Argentina? There's a whole continent of South America and Central America. Are they going to use Bitcoin? It's not too much out of the imagination, is it? That makes Bitcoin more valuable over time, more established, a great investment. And as it halves and it halves value, they say there's only so much, but it halves just like a stock splits. You get 2 for 1. And there's only so much Bitcoin out there left. So buy it now. But, pretty substantial. But to get off that for a moment, what are we talking about? How to establish your cryptocurrency. So how do you do that? So let's, you need to get a hard wallet, hard with the H. Why is that? Why? Why do we need a hard wallet? What is a hard wallet? Okay, let's say this thing attaches to your keychain. It's a piece of plastic. You click it into your computer, and from your computer, it deciphers. It conjures up your Bitcoin from the from outer space. Let's just say where all this Bitcoin is. So it's a security device. It's a hard wallet. This is where you keep your crypto. It's for safety. Because if it's just out there, if it's just out in your computer, out there in the outer space, somebody can steal it, okay? A hard wallet is a piece of plastic. Like I say, it looks like a keychain, a piece of plastic that goes on your keychain, attaches there. And it has your code, your personal code. It's a number. It's a number that only that you create, a password or a number. And the only person that can access your crypto is a person with your code. So your code is personal. It unlocks your entire fortune of crypto. So you have to create a code. You either write this down someplace, put it in a safe deposit box, and only where you know it. The only person that can get to your crypto is the person with your code that's on your hard wallet. Your code is on your hard wallet. That makes it personal. So we're talking about the hard wallet this week. Why? We want to get started. You want to buy some XRP, a highly recommended crypto. The financial system is going to start using XRP, and this crypto, which is roughly $2, will go up to $100. And that's the kind of investment that you want. I know you work hard for a living, but you need to do something with your investment. You need to do something with your United States currency. Okay, you need to get into the crypto world. It's here to stay. This is for you. If you're thinking, oh, this crypto thing, is it a fad? This show really is for you because it's a blue collar crypto. It's for the everyday man. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to be talking about hard wallet. You looking on the internet, YouTube for one, purchasing it and using it and showing you how to use this thing. And then establishing your code, which is personal. You don't share that. We don't tell you what it is. You create it, whatever, Mary Jane, 1, 2, 3, whatever have you. And then with that, you're ready to start purchasing, investing in cryptocurrencies and coins. So, hard wallet, that's the name of this show this week. I don't want to confuse it with anything else. You get a hard wallet so your crypto exists in the outer stratosphere where all crypto is, but it's also inside your wallet. It's inside your briefcase. It's inside your keychain. It's inside the piece of plastic. The code exists outside of the computer world. That's what makes it safe. If it's inside the computer world, out there in the web, where anybody can access to it, get to it, there's some safety concerns there. It could be safe, but you want to make sure it is. And making sure is the only reason why we're doing this. We want to replace the dollar with a cryptocurrency that you choose. I am recommending XRP. So are hundreds and hundreds of YouTube videos. So again, Hard Wallet is what this show is all about. Get one. Let's start investing. The end of the Blue Collar Crypto Show for this week. Thank you. This is Tim Terosian.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Tim. As always, we are here on Sundays at 4:00 Central for Blue Collar Crypto, hosted by Tim Terosian. This is part of the World of Ability podcast network. You can always find us on YouTube. Look us up, World of Ability Podcast Network. We are at the channel at Ability Network. Go to YouTube and search for at Ability Network, all one word, and you'll find us there. So that is where you find Tim with Blue Collar Crypto every Sunday, 4:00 Central. And they do have another edition coming up here at 5:30 p.m. Often it is another edition of Blue Collar Crypto, but we also occasionally will get Neil Weber joining us, where we'll have an episode of Workability. So we'll see you back here in a little over an hour for our next episode. As always, we thank you.